What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video for the First Descendant, I'm going to show you the method that I leveled a Descendant from 22 to 40 in a couple of hours. In my opinion, this is by far the most efficient and easy way to fast level a Descendant. So absolutely check this out if you're looking to get to 40 as fast as possible and then essentially start fleshing out your Descendant from there as you join the end game. There's a defense activity literally in each one of the zones of the game. But more specifically, when you look inside Kingston, you have this defend Albon resource one over here. Now, any of you that played the betas will know that these missions are exceptionally good for XP. And one of my concerns was that when we came into the full release of the game, that this would change a little bit and this wouldn't be as juicy anymore. However, I can absolutely confirm that this still 100% gives the goods. And essentially what this is it's a mission where you go in, you can go solo if you want, or you can group up in a team, but basically you are given an area to defend and you have multiple angles at which the enemy attack on. Now this is wave based, and this particular one has 21 waves, so you have to hold out for a certain amount of time and continuous waves of enemies will spawn in and rush whatever you're trying to protect, which I think in this case is a reactor. Now, one of the things that makes this so lucrative is the fact that even with really shitty gear, you can actually get quite deep into this activity. So with relative ease, out of the 21 waves, you could easily make it up to 11, 12, and 13. And right about at this point, you're really going to start seeing the XP absolutely roll in. It's not uncommon to almost level up 1.5 levels completely while just being in one of these waves, especially the later waves. And it really helps if you have a character like, for example, if you have a Descendant like Bunny that can clear out an entire area with relative ease. Descendants like Jaber are also good at this. Plus, obviously, there's other ones as well. But generally speaking, if you have some reasonably okay-ish coordination with your other teammates, which to be honest and to be fair, I haven't had a problem with so far. I've been doing this for almost maybe 6, 7, 8 hours straight on 2 different characters, and I've yet to run into someone that doesn't really try and doesn't actually really play the objective quite well. So I have nothing to complain about there. However, if you get a couple of players in there that really understand the objective, you're going to be able to, just by me, for instance, using Bunny, I can lock down one entire lane completely by myself, and that leaves the other 3 guys in the team to deal with the other 2 lanes that are coming basically from the right. Or you can swap around or whatever. But the point is that you'll be killing stuff long before it actually even reaches the reactor, and you're gonna have so much XP dripping in. Now also, what helps obviously is the fact that because of some of the things that have been happening on launch day and then on the second day with this game's release, the studio has been giving us like XP boost for literally everything. So XP boost for your player character, XP boost for your weapon XP boost for pretty much everything that you can level up. So that's going to be a 30% increase across the board, and that's actually going to allow this method to just fly on even more. Does it mean it's not viable to do these defense missions if you do not have an XP boost? No, absolutely not. It just means you're going to be doing it 30% slower, but that by my calculation is easily still about 40 to 50% faster than actually just grinding out missions in the open world or doing activities and that sort of thing. Is it a little bit more boring than doing those activities? Well, no, not really, because generally speaking, those activities, if you're doing missions and stuff, is essentially the same thing that you're doing here. Oftentimes you have to hold an area against enemies that are attacking you. Oftentimes you have to basically kill a bunch of enemies that are moving through one area and going to another. So it's kind of like the same thing. The only difference here being that you're able to rake in this sheer shitload of XP. The only downside of this method, and this is something that you're going to have to bear in mind, is that you're going to be increasing your levels relatively fast, but you're not going to get any gear to drop. You're not getting any reactors, you're not getting any external components, you're not getting any guns, nothing like that. So only thing that this is going to do for you is it's going to increase your character level, it's going to increase your mastery level, and it's going to increase the level of your proficiency on any weapon that you're using. When you actually want gear, you're gonna have to step out and do some other activities. So do this for a couple of levels until you're about 5 to 6, maybe 7 levels above the weapons and stuff that you have equipped, and then simply dip out and do 2 or 3 story missions and get that loot to drop and get yourself all beefed up again so you can come back and do this activity. Playing it this way, I was pretty much doing level 22 to 40 with Bunny in about 3, maybe 3.5 hours, maybe 4, something like that. I wasn't actually timing it up until right near the end where I was like, holy shit, this is really going fast. So absolutely give this a try. Is it also different depending on which descendant you use? I think so too. I think certain descendants are more suited for this activity. Obviously, bunny is one of them. But I think generally speaking, if you know how to play your descendant and you know where to place yourself within this activity, you'll still be able to rake in that XP. So happy farming. Well, let's say rather happy XPing, and enjoy yourself. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. If you found this information useful in any way, consider giving the video a like, maybe drop a comment. It really does help the old algorithm in pointing people our way. If you like the First Descendant, sub to the channel. I've got a ton more content coming your way. But as always, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till next video, fucking cheers.